Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading on why are your haters mad. I have here pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll give you guys a second to choose your pile and we're just going to hop right into it. Okay guys, hopefully you had enough time to choose your pile. Let's hop right into it. So welcome pile number 1. If you chose this crystal, this is your reading on why your haters are mad. I'm going to lay out the cards. One sec. Alright, so pile 1, your haters are mad because there's something about you that people keep coming back to. I'm looking at this card over here and it says feeding crows, transformation. So your energy is something where people keep coming back to. Imagine feeding crows. If you feed any type of bird, they're gonna flock all around you, they're gonna surround you, they're gonna want more. So replace crows with people. You're feeding the collective something that they want to listen to, look at, and keep coming back for more. And then I looked over at the forbidden. You have forbidden knowledge, or you have the keys to something, the keys to unlocking something within others. Okay, and then I looked over to this card. Do you see how there's people behind her following her? This woman follows herself, aka you. She follows her own impulses. She follows her own desires. She follows whatever she wants to do. Do you see that bird too? There's a group of people behind her. You have followers. You have followers wherever you go. I'm hearing all that glitters is gold. So there's things about you that shines, and then when people finally get to access a part of you that not a lot of people have or get access to, they realize that all that glitters about you is actually gold. Like sometimes when we see something from the outside, it's not what it's cracked up to be. The surface is actually kind of just a facade. It's just like what's underneath isn't really real. And with you, pile 1, what's on the outside, what's the best thing about you is that when people get to see the inside, it's even better. They find gold. There's more, and it gets better and better with you. And so it's hard to like really dislike you, I guess. It's hard to really dislike you. Your personality is something that people can't help but to like, or to like have respect for or appreciate. So all that glitters is gold with you. What you see and what's underneath is even better. I'm seeing in my mind's eye the word authenticity, which makes sense because being authentic, that means that you're not putting up a front, like you're real. This is how you really are. You present how you really are. You don't hide anything about yourself. You put everything on the table. So it's hard for people to even come up with things to say about you because you say it about yourself. You're very blunt. You're very real. There's nobody that can talk down on you because you talk down on yourself the most. You know when you're wrong. You know when you've messed up. And you recognize that. You're very self-aware of that. You say what you mean. You mean what you say. No one can hurt you as much as you talk crap about yourself, as much as you talk down on yourself. There's this like self-deprecation about you. So it's like, you can't really use anything against me because I'm aware of how I am. Yeah, I know I can be this way, or I know I can do that. So it's like, when you lay all your on the table, it's like no one can really hold anything against you because you know. And you're not scared of admitting, like, that you're not scared of admitting that you have shortcomings. You're not scared of admitting that you can be a little toxic sometimes. You're not scared. So it's like when people say, oh yeah, you're really toxic, or this person's a B. Okay, I know. I say it all the time. So yeah, like, your haters are mad because you dodged their bullets. Like, it's gonna take a lot for someone to really get one over on you. It's gonna take a lot for someone to really, like, hurt you, or like say something that hurts you, because I mean, you really have to have your wits about you to, like, come at you. It's so easy for you to block out people's negativity. Your haters are mad because you're protected by them. Like, they don't faze you. Your haters don't faze you, and that's why they're mad. Like, you remain calm, cool, collected. It's like, I'm literally getting the visual of someone try to shoot you with bullets. So that can mean words, or like take action against you to, like, cause you harm or whatever, or gossip. But I'm literally seeing you wearing like a bulletproof vest, and like none of their bullets are going through. Like, nothing can touch you, really. You're untouchable. And you keep yourself at a distance from others. You keep yourself locked away. You're very to yourself. So it's like, they can't even really, no one really has that much access to you. You don't allow a lot of people to even be in your energy in the first place. Yeah, you're very distant from other people. You stay in your own lane. You're over here, like, you're not over there. You're not in the mix. Yeah, you're not in the mix at all. And I keep hearing, I'm not scared of the dark. I live in that. I'm not scared of the dark. I live in it. There's a toughness to you. There's a tough exterior to you. And I keep going, like, you literally don't let people access you easily. And it creates this, like, obsession with you. I feel like your haters have this, like, obsessive energy to you, like, over you. And you might be, for others, you might be, like, unavailable. You might be with someone all the time. You might be, like, taken off the market, like, not single. Like, someone always has their eye on you. Someone's always trying to wife or husband you up. Like, you always have someone waiting in line to give you the world. You always have someone willing to take on the burdens just so they can have access to you, or just so they can feed off your energy. You have, like, this energy where people get addicted to you, and I'm seeing sex appeal. You have this sex appeal about you. And I looked at this, and I'm just using the visuals of this card. It's hard for people to focus when they're around you. Yeah. But you're always, like, minding your business, like, doing you. Why are Pal 1's haters mad? Yeah, you always have someone, like, because I'm looking at the Divine Masculine card. This one. I'm looking at that card, and I'm just like, yeah, you always have someone, like, that looks good, wanting to get your attention. You're never without someone who's, like, you could have people that, like, are well known in their community attracted to you, like people with a social status, or people with money, some sort of, like, power themselves can be attracted to you. People of high standing, people who have something to offer. Like, you don't just get offers from just anybody. Yeah, like, indulging or getting to know you is something that, it's like a love-hate type thing. It's like a love-hate. Your lovers can be your haters too. Like, when they stop having access to you. Yeah, when you're dating someone and then you stop dating them and then you move on to someone else, you're still heavily on your ex's mind. and so they hate that they still think about you and you're clearly moved on, like stuff like that. But I feel like you don't really even need anybody necessarily. You don't really even need anybody because you can stand alone. But I feel like that energy of detachment is why you get people constantly in your energy. It's because there's this air of detachment to not needing people that keeps them flocking to you regardless. It's very interesting. So yeah, if you're wondering why people, and then of course we have this too, this crying over you. Yeah, people from your past, like once you walk away from them, you're always winning, you're always gaining, you always have like an advantage over others. And like, it's annoying to see somebody like that win all the time, but it's because, I don't know, there's an authenticity to it. It's really hard for you to be fake, and because of that, yeah, it might come off a little blunt, a little harsh sometimes, but like there's no mask on. Like, you take your mask off. And so like when you're leading with that vulnerability, it's like you have nothing to use against me, and that's why your haters are mad, because they can't one up you. They can't have an advantage over you. And what you say to them, like the power of your words really gets to them. And they hate that it's you the one saying it. It's easy for you to walk away. It's easy for you to take an L. Like, your ability to surrender and just be like, all right, maybe it's not meant to be. Or, oh, okay, you played me. All right, I guess you're not the one for me. Like, it's easy for you to find stability into like what happens to you. You turn whatever negative, positive thing happens to you into something where you can live with. Like, you have such a faith about you that it's just like, your knowledge does help you to a certain extent. Like, your knowledge of like how the world works sometimes. Like, yeah, you can live with your own mind. Your mind saves you. Your mindset and how you see things and your perspective and like life's lessons. It's no wonder why you have an advantage. It's because you know that there's a greater cause to why things happen. You don't get stuck in the details. You know there's something higher working for you. And so it's hard for you to think that if something doesn't work out for you, your life's over, everything's over, or someone doesn't like you or doesn't like what you're doing. It's like, wow, I really was hoping that they would, like, you don't try to get others to like you or understand you, or you don't try. You're not a try-hard. And your haters are mad because they wish you were. They wish you would try harder, but you don't need to. You don't have to. Like, there's a better way. There's a smarter way of doing things. You look at things in an intelligent manner rather than a poor me. Like, it's almost like they're mad that you're on your feet and not on your knees. Like, why? Why do you want me to be begging? Why do you want me to be so upset over this? Why? You only want me if I'm like weak. You want me to be weak, and they're mad that your haters want you to be weak, and they're mad that you're not weak. You're not weak-minded, and how you turn things around shows a lot of things about you. And when people compliment you or give you something, you can tell their intentions behind what they give you. Like, you know when someone's giving you a real compliment and when someone's giving you like a backhanded compliment, or like they're giving you certain strings attached or something. I don't know, you can like tell even when people are positive to you, if it's coming from a real place of positivity in their heart, or it's coming from a weird, I don't know, type of place, or just ill intent. You can see through when people have ill intentions, when they even try to be nice with you. Like, you see the manipulation of kindness, of how kindness can be a manipulative tactic. Like, maybe you used to think like, oh yeah, that person's really nice, but like now you see like how people can use niceness as a way to keep you thinking that they're a good person when they're really not. You see through people's intentions, good or bad. And you've really grown into yourself too, into this beautiful person who's very wise. People can tell you've been working on yourself. People can tell that you do something that's like not a waste of your time. You don't just spread your energy out too thin. Like, there's intent behind every action you do. Like, you don't do things just to do it. You have a very, like, purpose-driven type of personality. But yeah, sorry my cards are all messed up. I'm in my car, so they keep, like, moving. Yeah, anything else? But yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. That's everything that I'm getting for you, pile one. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know. And if it's in your best interest, please subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so welcome pile number 2. If you chose this crystal, this is your reading on why your haters are mad. So pile 2, you make your haters mad because you make them feel stupid. I'm just getting someone sitting back, relaxing, eating popcorn while others make a fool out of themselves. There's something about like snake behavior, or just like this energy of like betrayal. The way you carry yourself makes others feel and look stupid. I don't know. It's such a weird energy. Maybe you try to see the good in others. Maybe you try to lead with good intentions. I feel like you would be surprised to know who's hating on you. I feel like you would be surprised to know the secret haters around you, because there's something that's kind of like hidden or like blocked off that you can't see. Like if I sat here and I gave you a list of the people who hated on you, you'd be shocked to find out, because you had no idea who was hating on you. The people who hate on you look stupid for hating on you. And that's why they might keep that a secret, because like it's like pathetic almost. It's like, really, you hating on me? Like, you're supposed to be my best friend, or you're supposed to be my parent, or you're supposed to be like my sister or brother, or like it's like, or you're my cousin. I don't know. It's like the weirdest people. The people who should not be hating on you is hating on you. It's like the most unusual type of energy. Like it's coming from a family member, or it's coming from like a best friend, or it's coming from someone you're supposed to be really close to. Someone you're supposed to like, that's supposed to love you and look out for you, and the person who's supposed to be supporting you the most basically turned out to be your biggest hater. For an example, it's like if you have a mom who's hating on you. You're my mom. Why are you hating on me? Like, that's weird. So I'm just giving that as an example to like show you the relationship, the type of relationship where that could be looked at as like odd. It doesn't have to be literally your mom, but it could be like somebody who's literally supposed to not look at you that way. So yeah. They might even feel guilty for hating on you, whoever this is. It's going to be different for each person. Not everybody has a family member that's hating on them. So please fit this to your situation. Who are you keeping around, or who's supposed to be on your team that's hating on you? So anyways, this says release your guilt. This is someone who's hating on you that's close to you or whatever, and they might feel guilty for hating on you because they know themselves that it's not normal. And for some of you, this could be like someone who's like in love with you. They're supposed to be your significant other, not your op. But anyways, or this could be a really close cousin. So anyways, your haters are mad because there's like this like escapist type of energy when it comes to you, pal, too. Like you really can run away from your problems. Like you really can run away from your problems, or you really can get away from people if you really wanted to, and go somewhere where you're loved, and go somewhere where you're needed, and surround yourself with people who actually F with you. If someone's hating on you or whatever, or you have a problem with someone, you can leave and like actually get away from them and actually be around people who appreciate you. Like you don't have to stay and put up with their BS basically. and that's why they're mad. Like, if someone creates problems with you, you can literally escape the situation. Because I'm seeing moving on, letting go, loving you, and running away. And then Six of Swords. And then distant horizons. And then over here, because I can't fit this all. Will you leave me like the others? You can always leave your situation, or always, if things are getting rocky, just dip. Like, some people don't have that luxury. Some people really have to stay and put up with BS. Some people really have to, like, adapt to their environment. Some people have to, like, ride things out and stick it through, and really, the negativity that they're living in, they really have to just kind of suck it up and deal with it. But you don't. You always have a way out. You always find an escape plan. Or just when the time's right, or as soon as the door opens, you leave. You don't have to stay in the fishbowl. Once it gets dirty, you can just peace out. There's always some divine order happening around you. People can stay depressed and stay in their misery by themselves. You're not going to sit there and put up with it. You're going to block them if you need to. If you really want to disappear, you can. And that's why your haters are mad. Like, you really know how to pull a disappearing act. And you always have people willing to help you, give you money, give you what you need. You always have people who support you and support your lifestyle, or support anything that you want to do, anything you want to create, anything that you're going after. You always have somebody there willing to step in and help you. You always seek alternative solutions, and they work for you. Your way of going about things and solving situations that you find yourself are very different to what most people do. But yeah, you always have someone on a leash helping you, giving to you. And for superficial reasons is why people hate on you. Like your appearance, your body shape, the way you carry yourself, your swag. Like, it's superficial. I feel like what you have on your phone, I don't know. Yeah, what you have on your phone is why people hate on you. And I can't get this out of my mind, but like, you can dress sporty, or you can dress in a way where like you don't have to do too much. Like, you can wear a t-shirt and sweatpants and still look amazing. Or you can switch it up and dress really super girly and put on makeup one day and do your hair and style yourself in a way where you put effort into it and look so good. But it's like, you don't need to, because you can easily not put that much effort into your appearance but still gain as much attention as if you put on a full face of makeup. Does that make sense? Doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to try so hard to look good, basically. And you have the haters that just hate on you because of your appearance. Very youthful. You maybe have haters who are like possessive over you, or like want to control you in some way. And I feel like people hate on you because you get to like relax, you get to sleep in, you get to start your day whenever you want. You don't have to follow a certain routine, follow a certain schedule. You kind of just, there is no sense of authority over you. You don't have the same, you know how people care so much about what other people think, to the point where they live out their whole lives for other people? I feel like you're not necessarily weighed down by the opinions of others, so it really enables yourself to really step into your free spirited energy, and you really give no F's. Like, you really don't care. You will live your life how you want, when you want, and if someone has a problem with it, okay, I don't care, block. cut off. Bye. Like, this is so free. This energy is so free, and it can't be pinned down, and you can't tell me what to do, and you can't label me, because as soon as you think I'm gonna show up one way, I show up the other. You're always switching up. You don't people can't figure you out. What are you gonna do next? Like, I thought you were one way. I thought you needed to look a certain way. I thought you were so insecure that you had to look a certain way and put on all this effort and put on all this makeup and do your hair like this. I thought you had to do all that extra crap to make yourself feel good. It turns out you can literally strip down, not do the most, and still look good. People get speechless because they think that when you do things, like when you doll yourself, oh my god, I got it. When you doll yourself up, people think that that's coming from like your haters. Not everybody, but they think it's coming from a place of insecurity. They think you need to wear a mask and put on makeup, or they think that you need to like do your hair in order to go outside and look good. They think you need to have the look perfect, or because you take forever in the morning to get ready, that's coming from a place of insecurity, when no, you're just creative. You just love makeup, you just love to do your hair, you just love to have a creative appearance or have a creative experience when you get ready and dolled up and stuff. And they think it's coming from a place of lack, but then you strip down and you literally don't have to put on all this makeup, and you literally brush your hair a few times and get ready, and like you go from girly girl to tomboy. And it's crazy because you still gain attraction, you generate some sort of attention even from that. And then it's just like everything they thought they knew about you turns out it was based on their own projections, and it just shows how they think, or their own assumptions fall short. So they make themselves look so dumb when they assume things about you, or when they think they got you figured out. That's why you make them look stupid, because whatever they thought about you, you weren't this, you weren't that, you need all this, and then you do the opposite, or like turns out that like you actually don't need them. Oh, you need a boyfriend or you need a girlfriend. No, actually I don't. I can be alone and be cool. Oh, she needs to wear makeup, she needs to do her hair to leave the house. Actually I don't. I could put my hair up in a bun and wear baggy clothes and still get attention on my appearance than if I didn't want to do that. Or oh, he needs to go to school, or like you need some sort of education to like be good in life, or you need some sort of formal background to like be something or be someone, and turns out you never needed those things. You never needed to go to school, or you never needed to get your stuff together, because somehow things fell into place to where they realize that you do have your stuff together, or they realize that like they don't know you at all. Like you keep a lot of secrets from people, and so it just leaves them with assumptions. They just assume when you pop out and they're wrong. It's just like, oh they think that you needed them, you needed to be with them, you needed to rely on them, depend on them for their money, or you needed them to like support you. Turns out you don't. You can be alone, or you find a way out. Like something like that is like, it's like when someone thinks you're down bad but you're not down bad. It's like when someone thinks you're depressed but it turns out you can get out of that depression. However they feel about you in that moment can change. You're not someone to label, you're not someone to... People get frustrated because it's like, I thought I figured them out. I thought I knew. Turns out I don't know anything about this person. Your haters are mad because they think they got one over on you, but you have one over on them. Having an experience with you is very fleeting, so I feel like appreciate me while you have me, because when I'm gone you'll feel my absence. So your haters are mad because they didn't appreciate you when they had you, and it's only when you don't show up in their energy, or you don't exist anymore in the reality, that's when they realize like, damn. So I feel like your haters are people who are like close to you. It's like they don't even realize that they're hating on you. I feel like you have a lot of haters, pal, too, and it gets like, that's probably why you just keep to yourself at the end of the day. I don't know. Or like that's why you like leave certain situations at the end of the day. And you've been through a lot, so that's why you're so versatile. You're very adaptable. You can adapt to your circumstances. You can change things up because you've always had to switch things up, or you always like, there's something that like wasn't stable for you growing up that like made you so resilient. Say somebody tied you up into like a bunch of different knots, you had to figure out how to get out of that. You had to figure out, against all odds, I'm stuck in this situation, my hands are tied, I can't move. Like, you had to figure out how to untie yourself. You had to figure out how to get out of certain situations. When you were blindfolded, you had to take out your blindfold without your hands being freed. Like, you had to maneuver out of situations that you were put in. And so it made you such like an expert at finding a way out. You stay in situations until they no longer serve you, and then you dip. And your haters become your haters when you let go and let God and love yourself and just distance yourself from them. Yeah, your haters become haters when you distance yourself from them. This energy is definitely not an easy energy to read, for sure. Like, you leave people dumbfounded, you leave people stumped, you are very perplexing. You're not easy to read. You're not easy to label you as one way because you're so many different things. Your haters are mad because you're so fascinating. They can't keep their eyes off of you. Like, the way you express yourself is so unique, and it's so fascinating, and it's so, they can listen to you for hours. They can, like, see what you're doing, see what you're up to for days. They love to look you up and, like, be a fan from afar. But God forbid they let you know they're looking you up. God forbid they let you know that they like what you're posting, or like, because there's so many different things, there's so many different like styles. You can switch up anything. You're everybody's flavor. You're not just one type of ice cream. You're not just vanilla ice cream. You're chocolate ice cream, you're mint chocolate chip ice cream, you're cookie dough ice cream, you're vegan ice cream, you're dairy ice cream. Like, you're literally every flavor. So a lot of people are attracted to you. But I feel like the main reason why people hate on you is, or why you make your haters mad, is your seamless way of expression. The way you express yourself, it looks like it comes easy to you. Like, it doesn't take a lot for you to post a picture, or it doesn't take a lot for you to like find a good angle that suits you. You always have something to like offer the world that's like seamless. So it seems like it's easy for you because you're that attractive. Or like, oh, once again, it's judging off of your appearance, it's judging off of the surface. It's not. And I feel like your haters regret hating on you. They feel guilty on hating on you, or like there's something where like it makes them look stupid for doing it in the first place. The type of energy where you don't even have to plot against someone, or you don't have to do anything to get back at them. It's just like, just sit back and watch them just make a fool out of themselves, and their life's a mess anyways. Like, whatever, just let them be. Your haters are mad because this is a mixed energy, because I feel like everybody be hating on you. When you inspire so many people, it's hard not to attract haters, because people who see you in a evolved manner see you as inspiration, see you as somebody like, oh, okay, now I'm inspired. I just saw their video, or I just saw their picture. Like, I'm inspired now. Like, I want to make a video, or I want to post a picture like that. Instead of using the higher evolved perspective and looking at someone that you admire and wanting to be just like them, they look at it as like, if they're unevolved and if they're a hater, then they look at that as like they're jealous, and they don't know why, but it's because they secretly admire you, when it's really just inspiration, or they really just think you're really pretty, or they really think that what you do is cool. Instead of looking at like that, they look at it like, oh my god, like, she thinks she's so cute, or like, she's so pretty, like, I can't look at her, or I can't watch this, get away from me, block. Like, no, that's not. When you're jealous of someone, like, you think that you feel some sort of separateness from them. You think that they're better looking than you, or they cause like a threat. when in reality no one's really separate from you, because everyone in life is a mirror. Everyone in your life is a mirror. They mirror the things you admire about others as things you have yet to realize about yourself. And the same thing with negative qualities, but in this case it's like they look at you as separate from them. They look at you as you're this, or you're better, or like you're on some sort of pedestal when you're not. They just have yet to tap into that knowledge of knowing that jealousy is really admiration without recognizing, without awareness. Because otherwise, why are you feeling that way? Why do you covet what I have? You can have it too. Once people realize that there is this like way of looking at it where it serves you, then they won't turn into haters anymore. But until then, until they recognize that within themselves and the truth of the matter, then they're gonna stay a hater because they view others as separate from themselves. So yeah, that is everything that I'm getting for you, Pal 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know. I'm sorry this was kind of all over the place. But yeah, if it's in your best interest, please subscribe, and thank you. Bye. So welcome, Pal number 3. This is your reading on why your haters are mad. I'm gonna put the cards down and then we're gonna hop right into it. So Pile 3, it's hard for you to forget who you are. It's hard. You always remember that you're that guy. You're that girl. You never forget. You never forget. You never let someone make you think twice about what you deserve and what you want to expect from others. You never let someone convince you that you can't have what you want, or like your standards are too high. Your haters are mad, Pal 3, is because they don't get to dream of the type of life that they want or that they think they deserve. They don't get to live the life literally, or they don't even get to dream about it. Like, it's not even an option. Like, there's something about you that you have options. You're allowed. You're very blessed in the way things turn out for you, or just how your life is already. And they're just mad because they don't even have that option. Like, they're stuck in something, or they're stuck at a job, they're stuck at their routine. They don't have the freedom that you have. That type of energy. Your haters are mad because you're blessed, you're lucky, you have options. Like, you find a way, and it's like almost impossible for them to. Whether that's true or not, or maybe their circumstances just make it 10 times harder, I guess, where you have more free range, you have more room, I guess, and I guess they have less room. Yeah, your haters are mad because they have to follow a certain routine, or manage their time wisely, or they're just stuck with like the daily stresses in life, and you don't have to live that way, or at least you're striving to not live that way if you're working towards that. You don't share who you are with the world. Something about you, you keep things under wraps. Like, you keep to yourself. You're very private. Like, you don't brag about your success. You're very humble. And like, people will be shocked to find out who you are to others. People will be shocked to see your social media following. People would be shocked to find out that you have a whole life outside of them, or a whole life on the side, or like you have something going for you to where others would be shocked to find out, to figure stuff out about you. You're making a name for yourself, or you're doing something to better your life and better your situation. And it's like, it wasn't all talk. It wasn't all talk. Like, you made things happen for yourself, and they're mad that they didn't come up with the idea first, or like they didn't figure things out for themselves, or they didn't prioritize their life as much as you did, or didn't have the means to, or things happened for them to where they couldn't, and like you can. They see you as someone who's privileged, and they see themselves as someone who's like burdened. Your haters are mad because people want to give to you. People want to give you, whether that's kind words, whether that's support, whether that's money. People think you're special. People think you're important. Like, you're somebody who's going to be remembered. That's your impact on others. Even after you die, people are going to remember who you are. You're really someone special. You're really someone to look out for. You're a star, Pile 3. Or you will be. This doesn't make sense right now. Like, you could even be shocked by this news. Like, to figure out who you are. Like, you could maybe not know, or maybe you're starting to remember, or like I don't know. But people feel like it's too late for them to like try in life. Contracts don't hold you back. Like, you'll break a contract if you have to. You don't let things hold you back. Yeah, you may have a lot of demons yourself, but you don't let that hold you back. Because you go through things that people don't know anything about. I don't know, I'm sorry. I can't think right now because I'm channeling. People don't know how hard you had it, or something with like, you really had to work on your self-expression, or like, you really like been through the ringer in terms of overcoming certain ways of seeing yourself. On the outside, it looks like you're privileged, but like, people don't realize how many dragons you slay per day. People don't realize the things you yourself have to like talk yourself out of, or talk yourself through, your anxiety or your depression, or like, it's just like hard for you to get out of bed some days. Like, sometimes you really feel like you're suffering inside, and people don't really see that about you. People don't really know what you go through, or how many burdens there are in your back. But to them, it seems like you're happy, you have everything you want, you're getting what you want. But like, people don't know you like that. People who hate on you, the haters, they don't really know you like that. And to them, all they're seeing is what you're putting out there for them to see. You don't put everything out there. Who would do that? If only they knew. If only they knew all the things you had to, all the bad habits you had to come out of, or all the toxicities you had to heal. People would be shocked to find out your life path, or your story, or how you can be your own worst enemy at times too. You've had a lot of tower moments, Pile 3. You had a lot of tower moments yourself. You failed your way to the top. Like, you took each failure and it made you stronger than the other person. You can't seem to let go of the hope that you have inside of your heart, the hope for things to get better. And people think that when you talk about your dreams, or you talk about what you want out of life, they think you're delusional, or they think you're in denial. You're never going to get what you want. But then they're shocked to find out that you are getting what you want. You come off like you know everything. It turns out like you really do have something to offer, or like you really are wise beyond your years. And to them, it's like you're preaching or whatever, or you're too full of yourself. But it turns out like, no, you really are somebody to hear. You really are somebody to like, they didn't want to take your advice before, but like all of a sudden when they find out who you are, like they suddenly want to take your advice now, but it's too late. You knew you were something special, Pile 3, before everyone else did. You knew you had something, a light inside of you, before everyone else even noticed anything about you. You felt something in your heart that you were going to make a difference, that you were going to do something, make an impact, okay? And you knew all this about yourself before anybody else did. And so they didn't see that inside of you. And so when it's validated, when other people give you your props, when other people are rooting for you, when they see the proof is in the pudding and that you actually are that guy, they're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I was always on your team. No, you weren't. You didn't see my vision. You didn't see my vision. You weren't with me when I was down. You thought I'd never amount to anything. So your haters are people who doubt you, doubt your success, doubt your worth, think you have nothing to offer. They are a hater because they hated on you before you had fans, and now you have fans and they're just like, oh, I didn't know she was going to do that in life, or I didn't know they were going to make that kind of money, or I didn't know they'd be some sort of a leader in some way. But it's just like, you knew this truth about you before anyone else did. I don't know, it's just crazy. And you came a very long way too. Like, you came a very long way. This has been a long journey for you, Pile 3. Boy. But yeah, it's like people want to offer you something now that they see your worth, or that they needed other people to see your worth for them to see your worth. But it's just like, no thank you. Like, you weren't supporting me when I needed you the most, or you weren't seeing me when I didn't have anything, so goodbye. And you're just sitting on your bench, just chilling, satisfied, happy with your accolades, happy with your accomplishments, everything you achieved, or like all the goals that you set out for yourself that you said you would do, and you did it. Even though it wasn't easy, even though it didn't come to you that quick, even though, yeah, you had things that like made you have an advantage in your situation, but you still had to work for everything you did. And you've like earned the spot you're in right now. You've earned that. You worked hard for that. So you deserve it. Things weren't handed to you. Not in the way that people think they were. Like, nah. And you went through a lot of grief too. Like, you went through a lot of losses. You went through so much heartbreak and so many situations where people betrayed your trust or people backstabbed you. And it's just like, I deserve every single thing or every single blessing that I have right now. Your haters are people who like rejected you, didn't see you. They weren't like for you. No matter who they were, they weren't for you. They didn't believe in you. And they're mad because the belief that you had in yourself turned out to be true. They're mad that the spark that you saw lit a whole town up. From one single thing that you did, it made a difference. Like, you started from nothing to something type of energy. And your haters are people who want to reach out to you after they see all your successes. And it's just like, you were another obstacle that I had to go through, and now you want to come in my life? Nah. Stay down. Go be by yourself. Go. You're fated to suffer. You're stuck in your own negative energy. Go be by everybody that's just like you. Like, keep attracting the BS that you spew out. Clean up your own mess. Because I'm in my bag now. I'm sitting pretty now. My money now backs up my words. You're talking about something you do that's really special to you. You're talking to someone and you see the vision, right? They go on your profile and they see that you only have 10 followers or like 100 followers, and they're just like, man, what are they talking about? I don't see this working out for them. I don't see things panning out. They're too big for their bridges. Like, they think too highly of themselves, or they think they know too much, when it's all just a farce. It's all just talk. And it's just like, you didn't have anything to back it up. They get off your page. They stop talking to you for a little bit, and then they check up on you again. And then they see that it went from 100 followers to thousands, or 100 followers to like way more than what they could have imagined or what they themselves can do. And they're very limited in their own lives, and they don't really think that highly of themselves, or like really what they say is all talk, but they're projecting that onto you, when it's like they don't even believe in themselves or their dreams. So how can they believe in you? So when they do see it after not talking to you for a little bit, it's like shocking. It's like, what? I did not see this coming. Who you are is like very hidden from people. Yeah, who you are is very hidden. But underneath that, you're a very successful person. You are someone to look out for. I'm literally looking at two images. This is how people saw you, right? It's like that. So like that. You can't see the guy. He's underneath the box. But like underneath, he has a whole suit. He's very successful. He knows what he's talking about. You have people who look up to you. You actually carry a lot on your shoulders. You're not just wasting your time. You're not just doing random things a day. You have a plan, when whole time people think you didn't even have 2 cents about you. You came from a humble beginnings, and now you can afford really nice things that these people can't afford. Maybe they had more at a certain period of time when you didn't have much at all. But it's like you've surpassed that, or you will. There's this richness to you, whether it's a mentality or whether it's literal. There's this abundance that comes to you, that's attached to you, that will always be there. And they're mad that out of all the people putting them in their place, it's you. It's someone that they counted out. It's like the underdog. You were the underdog, or are. And it really affected you. It really affected you, like how many people didn't believe in you. You can tell when you're talking to someone that they don't get it. You can't relate to like a lot of people. When you started talking about the things you wanted out of life, you could tell something was just not there in the conversation. They weren't really listening, but they looked like they were. And now they want to talk. They become your haters because like you don't want to express yourself to them anymore. When they do try to argue with you, you put them in their place. You check these people and then they become your haters. Getting a lot of things. They rejected you, but now you're rejecting them. But they don't realize that they were kind of blocking your path anyways. They were blocking you from your blessings. Or they were making it harder than what it needed to be. It has left you in pieces a little bit. It has made you, you know, take a few steps back. It's put you in a state where, like, it does get to you. It does get to you, the things you have to go through. The cat's out the bag now. Things that were hidden before are now out in the open for people to see. People were in denial about you, about where you were going in life. And it's gotten to a point where you're just over it. Like, you're tired of people in general, or people who have something to say, unsolicited opinions, I guess. It's made you like want to retreat and go back into yourself and just grind even more, grind even harder, or just to spite them getting a bunch of FU money. Your haters are mad because it's too late for you to let them back in. Like, it's too late for you to like ever be close to them like you once were. You can feel the difference in your energy of how much you don't mess with these people no more. If you have to deal with these people, if you deal with family and stuff, and like you still have to see them, you still have to meet up with them, there's a difference in your energy. Like, you really don't F with them at all. You're really over it. You see right through these people. You see these people's demons. You let it out the bag. You tell them exactly what they need to work on. The truth hurts because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear how they might have some shortcomings themselves. Yeah, the one you counted out actually has their wits about them. Shocking, huh? You've revealed things about other people that they rather not know or rather not see. They love to be oblivious, or they love to not have anybody try to like comfort them. I'm gonna comfort you. If I need to tell you the truth, like, I will. Your haters are mad because don't start an argument with me unless you get your facts straight. For other people, some haters are mad because they can say a lot about you, but they can't talk about your sex game. Say what you want, but you know I'm good in bed. You're mad what? Because you can't forget me? Oops, sorry I made you fall in love with me. It's like you took a lot of risks to get to where you are, and it might be controversial to some, and it might not sit right with some people, but like, you got to where you needed to be in the end. So yeah, that's everything that I'm getting for you, Pile 3. Please leave a comment or a like. It really helps me out. And if it's in your best interest, please subscribe.